Hello, I am Simulator Deck and welcome back to TramSim Vienna. Yes, it is now officially called TramSim Vienna. And we'll go into timetable mode. And we'll start game. So now officially known as TramSim Vienna. Yes, it is the original TramSim, because there will soon be a TramSim Munich, and it will be obviously known as TramSim Munich. Today is an important day. 12:31. Need to just adjust the time so we're not waiting around forever at Stefan. There we go. At Prada Haptolite rather. So let's get going. And it's an important day in TramSim history. Now from the start, this is what we're used to seeing. We're used to seeing trams going on Route 1 from Prada Haptolite to Stefan Verdingerplatz and vice versa. Later on, the additional parts, the additional trams were added. Then it was announced that Munich would be joining the TramSim universe, hence the rebranding to TramSim Vienna. But that's not all. That is indeed not all. Today is the first day. This is the new version of TramSim Vienna. And why I say it's a new version is that quite simply it's a new version. This is a beta version, and what that means for anyone who isn't aware is that in some ways it's a trial. It's a work in progress. It hasn't been, you can't buy a TramSim Vienna and automatically get this new version. There may be some bugs, there may be some things that go wrong, and the feedback that the developers receive could go into the new stable version of TramSim Vienna. So this is like an active test under real gaming conditions by gamers out in the real world. So what's changed? Well, here's an example of what's changed coming towards us. We will have more trams in and around us, in front of us, behind us, passing us, as a major upgrade. So more AI trams. So you won't be the only tram that operates, or you won't be the only tram that you see for 15 minutes. You will see lots of other trams. There's the hard to see yellow dot. I need to advance, hang on. Alright, hopefully we should be alright now. We can't go yet. So there should be more... We haven't even gone anywhere yet. There should be more trams, other than us, going up and down the routes. Now the routes haven't changed at the moment. So there is still only Route 1, which we're on. There is still the route U2Z, which operates in the core section. And there is also the section still that runs between Route 1 and the depot. Now there is a new route coming to Vienna. Not exactly sure when yet, but there is a new route coming to Vienna, and I'm really looking forward to that. And that is in addition.
Hetzgasse.
And that is in addition to that car just ran a red light. So in addition to the AI trams and the more trams that there are, there's also been some changes made to the pedestrians. Can we go? Not yet. So there's been changes made for the pedestrians and the cars as well. So apparently they should behave more like real life, and a car just ran a red light in front of us. So we're just waiting for the lights to change in our favour. Now there should also be, and I haven't explored this one yet, if it's not available now, it's coming soon, more dynamic weather and more weather in general. So if it's raining, for instance, you'll notice that the trams take longer to stop. Oh, that's glitched out. So there may be glitches, and we just saw one right there.
Radetzky-Platz. Umsteigen zu O in Richtung Bruno-Marek-Allee.
So in future, if it's raining, especially if it's really light rain, and it's only just started to rain, you will feel like you have to brake earlier. And if you don't brake earlier, if you brake at the same place you always brake at, it's possible that you won't be stopping the same way, because when the rails are wet, it can be more difficult. It can be more difficult to drive in the wet weather. And indeed, if you've got more passengers on board, if you've got a crowded tram, it should be harder to brake.
Hintere Zollamtstraße. Umsteigen zu O in Richtung Raxstraße.
Now, I should also point out that this episode has been recorded very soon after the release of the public beta. Now, if you're a current player and you're on Steam, you can download the beta yourself and you can have a go. And you could see what it's like. So we're not going to lock the doors yet because we've got a red light against us. And indeed, someone's taken advantage of that, and that's fine because there's no reason for us to go yet. No reason to lock the doors because the light's red and the signal's against us. Alright, the light's about to change. Now let's go. Now I have also heard about, okay, here's an E2. There we go.
Julius-Raab-Platz. Umsteigen zu 2.
So what I have heard as well, several simulators have updated to the new version of Real Engine 4, but apparently there's been some issues with the new version of Unreal Engine. So there's been some performance issues. Now with these sort of things, there's one thing to... we'll lock the doors now. Now I want to go straight. I don't want to go to the left. There's one thing to do it if you've got a computer at the developers that, you know, is a really good computer, you know, that you know can handle the job. But a lot of people have got a lot of different specifications of equipment.
Schwedenplatz. Umsteigen zu U1. U4. 2. 2a.
Pardon me. So sometimes it's really in the real world that some things happen that the developers might not have had happen to them. A bit too far there. One thing I've just noticed as well, when you get your score updates, your tram stopping points, your TSPs, when you arrive at a station, they're now mostly red because they're trying to rebrand and give you the feeling of this is TramSim Vienna, the trams are red, so our graphics are going to have more of a red feel to them. And the same thing with the with the menus. Okay, so we've got our first Flexity, and then there's another tram just behind.
Salztorbrücke. Umsteigen zu 2a.
Oh, now there's an interesting one.
Bitte seien Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
Now there's an interesting...
Connections to airport bus.
Alright, we'll stop there. An interesting one just past there. We had a Flexity tram, and then we had an ultra low floor behind that. The Flexity was Route 1, which we're on now, and then the ultra low floor behind it was actually on Route 2. Now we can't actually drive Route 2 yet. Now Route 1 and Route 2 do share some tracks, so this must be a section where Route 1 and Route 2 share the same sections of tracks. So we have just seen a Route 2 tram where before we wouldn't have seen it. See, our tram stopping points came up there in red, and I got 9 out of 10, so that was pretty good. So there's been... Okay. Now there's a tram crossing in front of us. And that's interesting. That's also Route 2. But what was interesting here, this signal here was telling us that we're clear. However, when I saw the other tram going across...
Schottenring. Umsteigen zu U2, U4, 31, 3a.
I saw the other tram going across, so these signals are more to tell you, and it's always been the case to be fair. The signal is to tell you that you have permission to proceed past it, however, you still have to watch out for other trams. However, that said, I'm pretty sure that if the route was blocked, or if a tram was going across it, you wouldn't be expecting necessarily to see a tram cross your path like that at right angles. Now I can't go at the moment because the pedestrian lights and the traffic lights are against us. So already we've noticed a couple of Route 2 trams now that has happened in the past a while ago when there was an update and when the ultra low floors were introduced and the computer based trams could drive parts of Route 62. So what this means, from what I've seen, we can drive as a human tram driver on TramSim Vienna. We can drive Route 1, Route 2UZ and parts of Route 6.
Börse. Umsteigen zu D. In Richtung Nussdorf. 40 2a.
Actually think that I think I'm a 1. Yeah, that wasn't very good. I think I'm a stop ahead of what I should be. So we'll try and this is the easiest way for me to advance.
Schwedenplatz. Umsteigen zu U1. U4.
Alright,
2.
let me just double
2a.
check. Where am I? I'm at Schottenring. Okay, so there's another Route 1. There's an ultra low 4. Schottenring on that.
Schottenring. Umsteigen zu U2. U4. 31. 3a.
Okay, I should be okay now. So what it may mean around this Schottenring area, it could mean that we're seeing more trams. Well, we should be now seeing the 1, maybe the 2, definitely the 2UZ. And it hasn't been announced what the new line for Vienna is going to be. Alright, we can prepare to go.
Börse. Umsteigen zu D. In Richtung Nussdorf. 40a.
Now we haven't really noticed many trams in front of us yet. Like we haven't caught up to one. Oh, that's a D. That's a Route D. Wow, I haven't seen a Route D before. Maybe that's like a track work route or something. A Route D, like a detour. So we certainly are seeing a lot more. It's just not tram after tram of just Route 1, Route 1, Route 1, Route 1. So if we have a look, that's our inside view. So that's our tram. Alright, we can't go anywhere yet anyway. The streets are alive with the sounds of trams. It's actually a pretty good episode title. Okay, somebody's decided they want to open the doors. That's fine. We haven't locked the doors yet for that reason. I think over there, that's a Route D as well. Alright, we've locked the doors now. So what we're going to do I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Yep, that is a Route D. I'm just going to let that tram go. Yep, that's a Route D. And now I've been caught. Well, the AI pedestrians certainly seem to be behaving themselves now. I noticed the last time they seem to be taking their time going across the roads. They seem to have got quicker. Alright, hopefully we can go in a second. Alright, here we go.
Schottentor. Umsteigen zu U2, 37, 38, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 1A.
So, around Schottentor, we could expect to see more trams on different routes as well. Dots up there near where old mate's standing. Oh, I didn't do that very well, but we got an 8. So if I have a look outside here, okay, let's go back in the cab. I was hoping to be closer to the actual sign than I thought I was.
Rathausplatz, Burgtheater.
Actually, this might be a good opportunity. Here we go. We've got Route 1, which is me to Stefan Verdingerplatz. We've got a Route D to Abergasse and a Route 71 to Kabelsdorf. And there's our favourite Rainbow Crossing. Alright, let's go in a minute. Now we've got to wait for the pedestrians. So where is in before? Where is in before? What sort of English is that? Whereas before, when TramSim was first introduced, on the passenger information screen such as the one we just saw, they would only show Route 1 and that was it. Now they're showing other routes. So Route D. They're showing other routes as well. Not that I can drive those routes yet.
Parlament. Umsteigen zu 2 in Richtung Dornbach.
Now, if we can... Alright, well, watch. There's a Route 2 which is passing in front of us. That's cool. So it's even more important than ever that we need to obey these signals that are in front of us to say, hang on a minute, my dude. You just can't go just on the assumption that there will be nobody using these tracks ahead and the ones that go across us.
Ring, Volkstheater. Umsteigen zu U3, 46, 49, 48a.
So now we have to be prepared that there will be times where we have to wait for trams to cross in front of us. And I think this sign up here is a very good okay, here's a good Okay, so here's a good example. So now we could see trams on the 1, 2, 71, U2Z and D. And apart from the 71, we haven't seen any 71s yet. But we've seen a D, we've seen a 1, we've seen a U2Z. And there's an ultra low floor that's right behind us, and that's partly because I've slightly taken my time. And let's go.
Zu 57a.
So while we haven't gone off this route yet, because as I said, as far as I know, we can only still drive the 1 and the U2Z, we're seeing a lot of different trams going to a lot of different places, and sometimes they even cross in front of us. And you are seeing more of the E5 that we can see over there. We're seeing more of those in the wild. So while there hasn't been any addition to the amount of route kilometres that we can drive, there's certainly been an increase in the immersion and the trams around us. So it's even more important now to make sure you're going the right way and to make sure that you obey the signals. Careful.
Oper, Karlsplatz. Umsteigen zu U1, U4, D, 2, 62, 2a, 59a. Partnerbahn nach Baden. Need to stop. Now I'm in a really difficult spot where I can't actually see. Basically have to go on what the traffic says. And there's a tram right behind us. Alright, the cars are going. Resselgasse.
Oh, just not the right position with my wiper. Up a bit, there we go. Because the signals are a lot smaller, it's quite easy to be looking not in quite the right direction, or not have the tram in exactly the right position, and you can obstruct your view so much. good timing. Let's take advantage of this while we can to cross the road. We did time that beautifully. Try and get out. No, didn't time it right. So I've released the doors again because I didn't have the lights. Lock the doors now. You're a Route 1. Say a little bit earlier that Route 62 shares part of this track as well. All right. Here we go again.
Meierhofgasse. Change, and they have good timing for us. Johann-Strauß-Gasse. Umsteigen zu 13a. Kiebagasse.
Okay, it's about to
Bitte
get
seien
noisy.
Sie achtsam. Andere brauchen Ihren Sitzplatz vielleicht notwendiger.
So when the Route 1 and 62 merge in this section, I wonder if we'll see Route 62 continuing to go straight where we have to turn left. Or if we'll actually have to wait, like if we have to turn left, but we have to wait for Route 62 coming in the other direction to go straight.
Kiebagasse. Umsteigen zu 18 in Richtung Schlachthausgasse. Don't know, there's a new blue tile that's come up. Oh, underneath the halt and next to the wheelchair symbols, wheelchair number 2, wheelchair space number 2, there's actually a blue tile that lights up now because I think that means we're in the tunnel section. Let's have a look. See if it lights up when we take power. Yeah. Now that never used to happen. Okay, this is good. I want to see this. I actually want to see this. So there's a tram up there. It's a number 6, and there's a number 6 passing in front of us, the E5, and next to us there's a number 6, tram 6 as well. Now I've never seen trams go up that area, so we now have to wait. We haven't got the signal yet. So we have to wait for that number 6. That Route 6 goes past the depot. So I'll close the doors now. So we can add. Now we've got the road, and that tram up there will have to wait for us. That's also a number 6. watch out for this number 6 in front of us. Now, hang on, there's a caution signal. So this is really good. This shows us the back of the number 6. Now, should be going back towards the depot. Alright. Now let's see if we've got enough room. Yes, we do. So we'll open the doors. So people are getting on the number. People can get on the number 6, and they can get on ours as well. So there's no use me leaving because he hasn't left yet. Because he's waiting for the number 1 to come from Stefan. So now that that one's gone, the 6 in front of us can go to the left, and then after that we can go to the right. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic. So what the number 6 is doing in front of us directly affects us now. Now Route 6 goes past the depot. I don't know how much of that you can drive. I don't think there's been any additions yet beyond what we know towards the depot. But now when we go to and from the depot, now we will see Route 6 trams. Attention customers, just have some congestion ahead of us. We will be able to hopefully move shortly. Just repeating, there is some tram congestion ahead of us, so we will be able to proceed shortly. Okay, so there's another tram coming in front of us. Now that. Here, hang on, here's a number 6. There we go. Bit of a glitch there, but customers, this is a Route 1 tram to Stefan Verdingerplatz. Do have tram congestion ahead of us. We will be able to proceed shortly to Stefan Verdingerplatz. Route 1, Stefan Verdingerplatz. We'll be able to move shortly. So, no point in locking the doors or unlocking the doors. That's a good view. That's not a bad view of our so what we can also do now, I think it's C to leave the cat. Alright. Okay, so the passengers just opened the doors, that's fine, we're not going anywhere. Oh, there's another tram behind us as well. So there's the number 6 right there. There's me, the number 1. And down there is another number 6. Now I just want to check something. Okay, that's interesting. You can change the number of pedestrians and the number of cars. Alright, it was E I was trying to think of. Okay, so what we can do, I want to go up and have a look. Attention shouldn't be in the cab to make the announcement. Attention customers, we're still being delayed. I'm just going up to investigate further. This is still number 1 tram to Stefan Verdingerplatz. We will be underway hopefully again shortly. Cab security. Close the door. Alright, so let's go up and have a look. See what's going on. Now, okay, so we have to wait now. So this is a number 1 tram for Praterhaptali. So it makes sense that that tram has to wait. A little bit of sneaky advertising there, I like it.
Können Sie mich bitte vorbeilassen?
I understood none of that. Alright, so by rights, old matey should be able to move. Let's see, can I get on his tram? Hey buddy, what's going on? Okay, so it's telling me that the points are set. The points are set to go to the left, which is what the number 6 should be doing. However, because there's traffic going across, no one can go yet. So this guy should be able to go now. And that's as far as I can walk. This could be a glitch, but it's also an interesting spot to watch what is going on. So the points are definitely set to go to the left, which is where number 6 wants to go.
Können Sie mich bitte vorbeilassen?
Is he asking me to get out of the way? Alright. Now you old mate should be able to move. And I don't know why you can't. Alright, so behind me is another number 6, we know that. Attention customers, this is a number 1 tram to Stefan Verdingerplatz. The tram ahead of us, the number 6, appears to be having some mechanical issues at the moment, therefore we cannot proceed any further at this point. The length for this delay is not yet known, however as soon as I receive further information it will be relayed on to you. The doors will remain unlocked, so if you would like to leave this service here you may. Just repeating, the number 6 tram ahead of us appears to be having mechanical problems. At this stage we can move no further until the number 6 tram leaves or we receive further instructions. We're sandwiched here because there is also a number 6 tram behind us. So at this stage we cannot move any further. The length of the delay isn't yet known. Further information will be passed on as it is received to you. If you would like to leave this service here, the doors are unlocked so you may leave this service. Just repeating, customers, we're currently delayed indefinitely. Number 6 tram ahead of us seems to have mechanical issues. I cannot move forward because the number 6 tram is in my way. I cannot move back as there is another number 6 tram directly behind me. We will be here indefinitely. If you would like to leave the tram, you may. The doors are unlocked for your convenience. Length for the delay is not yet known. As soon as further information is received or there is an update, I will pass it on to you, and we apologise for any inconvenience caused. You'd think I've done that before. Alright, so we'll see how far we can go back. So, and there's one behind him. Maybe there's... I probably can't. Hang on, where'd he go? He just disappeared into thin air. The number 6 behind me. Okay. Alright, what I'm going to try and do. Attention customers, we're going to move up fractionally to allow any trams behind us to also partly use the platform. Now we have to be careful because we're on a grade. Alright, so we're up as close as we can get. Now, there was a tram that just left. Attention customers, we are still stuck behind the apparently broken down number 6 tram ahead of us. We're unable to move any further forward. If you would like to leave the tram, you may do so. The length of the delay at this stage is not yet known until we receive further information. Just repeating, we are currently stuck behind an apparently broken down tram number 6, so we cannot move forward. If you would like to leave the tram here, you are welcome to. The doors are unlocked for your convenience. The length of this delay is not yet known. We cannot move forward any further until the number 6 tram in front of us moves. We thank you for your cooperation and apologise for any inconvenience. Alright, so so the points are still locked. Can I walk any further? That's as far as I can go. So that's him. Then there's me. And behind we have another tram that is behind me. He's a number 6 as well. Yeah, he's 310. See if I can actually get on board this guy. Now he hasn't released his doors yet. Hey buddy, how you doing? Yeah, I'm the number 1. There's a number 6 in front of me, so unfortunately, mate, we're stuck here. I've moved forward a bit so you can at least get your front door on. Alright. See how far I can go this way. I can actually move in a fair way in this direction. See how far I can go this way.
See if I can... No, so I'm stuck by that invisible wall as well. So unfortunately I don't think there's actually a lot that I can do in this circumstance. So that, if I go back, yeah, that indicates to me, this signal here indicates to me that the points are locked in the left-hand position, which is where this tram needs to go. Now this one here at the moment is stopped because we have this one to Prada-Haptali coming through. It is a bit glitchy. Don't walk into the tram. Good decision there. So in a moment, she'll get the signal to go towards the left or to go straight, so he can do either. And because the points are set, he should be able to go around to the left. But I don't know. I think I am going to end it there. I don't think there's any end in sight there. I'll no doubt do some reading, because this has been an episode that has been recorded just after the public beta for new version of TramSim Vienna has come out. So no doubt between this episode and next episode I'll learn a bit more and find out what I can do in this situation. Is there anything I can do in this situation? The interesting thing is that I can board this tram because the doors are unlocked. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That one's showing as Prada-Haptali. I thought it might have been showing as the number 6. That could be a work in progress. So if I go back to my tram, and there's one behind me. It's actually got a fair amount of passengers on board. Oh, so that might be just a static image at this stage, because I'm not heading towards Prada-Haptali. Alright, so what I might do... Attention customers, there is no further progress in relation to moving the tram number 6 in front of us. So we cannot move forward because the tram on route number 6 is delayed in front of us. We can't go backwards either because there's another number 6 tram immediately behind us. So we are stuck here. If you would like to leave the tram, you may do so. The doors are unlocked for your convenience. Just repeating, ladies and gentlemen, tram is indefinitely delayed. This tram is indefinitely delayed. The number 6 tram in front of us has got mechanical issues. We cannot move any further forward. We cannot move any further backwards either because there is another number 6 tram directly behind us. The doors are unlocked, so if you would like to leave this service, you may. Again, we apologise for the inconvenience.
We do not know how long we are going to be here due to a tram with mechanical issues in front of us. We cannot move forward. We cannot move backwards. If you would like to leave the tram here, you may. The doors are open for your convenience. So now, if I've done it correctly, yes I have. So I've now said that my tram is out of service. That's what Sonderzug means in German, apparently. So I'll get back in. So now I've opened all the doors. Passengers haven't realised. They're quite happy to remain there, it seems. Now, it's interesting. Before we had a Flexity number 6 tram immediately behind us. Now, somehow that has changed to a ultra low floor. So that has changed to an ultra low floor, 621. So he is stuck behind me now. I can't unlock him because he hasn't released the doors. I'm out of service. But there's nowhere that I can go because the number 6 in front of us hasn't moved. And that's probably the best place to leave the episode. So next time we'll find out any developments, anything coming up, any news about TramSim Munich, and a lot more. But until this point, it was certainly fun. I've been Simulator Dirk, you've been wonderful. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.